What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Kangaroo Black coming back once again to talk about Steve Sarkisian and the Texas Longhorns. Some people think Steve Sarkisian should be on the hot seat this season. Okay, should he or should he not? I don't think so. Okay, granted, Steve Sarkisian, his record at Texas right now as a head coach is 13-12. They went 5-7 in his first season, 8-5 in his second season. Okay, but that is a big turnaround from 21 to 22, 5 wins to 8 wins. Okay, and a bowl appearance. So okay, so hey, that's pretty damn good. But anyway, Steve Sarkisian, I think he'll get it together this year. He got the pieces to do it with. Granted, they lost some people, but they also got, well, they lost some key pieces, but they also got some key pieces coming back. But I don't think Steve Sarkisian this season should be, he should be on the hot seat. I know that third season for some coaches is they make or break season. Okay, some coaches don't even make it to their third season. Just look at Brian Harsin when he was at Auburn. But anyway, college football analyst Aaron Murray saying this season, Steve Sarkisian is on the hot seat. Okay, I don't think so. But Aaron Murray, he was on the Three and Out podcast, and he said if anyone is on the hot seat, it's Sark. If Sark have a 7-8 win team this year, you do have to question it. You had the time, and you can't have success in your third year in the Big 12. What gives us any confidence you're going to have success in the SEC? That's a problem. I don't really, think that way. All right, just because you don't have success in one conference, don't mean you can't have success in another conference. Albeit it is the SEC. Okay, now who's to say that? I mean, Steve Sarkisian, he's only been at Texas 2 seasons, man. He had a pretty good season last year. First year, not so good. He improved. And he's improving the roster, the caliber of players that he's bringing in. He's improving, man. I understand, before Steve Sarkisian got there, on the Tom Herman, they was pretty good also. But on the Tom Herman, they only had one 10-win season. Okay? So his first season, he went 7-6. Yeah, it's not a losing season, but it's also not a great season. He had a 7-6 season his first year. 2018, he was 10-4. 2019, 8-5, and 2020, COVID year, he was 7-3. Okay, so who's to say that Steve Sarkisian this season can't have a 9-4, season, a daggone, 10-2 season or 10-3 season with a bowl game? Who's to say he can't do that? I don't think he should be on the hot seat this season. Give him a couple of more seasons. If anybody should be on the hot seat out there in Texas, it should be Jimbo Fisher. That's just my opinion. Okay, but anyway, I don't think Steve Sarkisian should be on the hot seat. Anyway, but like I say, he lost some key pieces, but he also bringing back some key pieces. At quarterback, he's bringing back Quinn Ewers. Okay, he also bringing back Malik Murphy, and he added 5-star Arch Manning. So the quarterback position is solid, and Quinn Ewers will be the starter. Okay, now if something happened and he go down again, I think it should be Malik Murphy, but a lot of people think it should be Arch Manning, which I don't know why. But anyway, and then at the running back position, right? Granted, they lost damn, I done forgot his name. Bijan Robinson. They lost Bijan Robinson and Roxon Johnson. Okay, but guess what? They bringing back Jonathan Brooks. Jonathan Brooks ran for 108 yards and 2 touchdowns against Kansas, okay? Albeit it's Kansas, he showed that he can be a solid running back when he's called upon. They also got Alabama transfer, Keelan Robinson, all right? So Keelan Robinson, he can also catch the ball out the backfield, so he can be an extension of the passing game. And then Savion Red, who they transferred from a wide receiver to a running back. So he can also be an extension of the running game. And then they brought in a 5-star freshman, C.J. Baker. All right, C.J. Baker is the 8th ranked running back out of the state of Florida. So even though they lost 2 prominent running backs, they got some solid running backs coming back also. Then we already know what they got at the wide receiver position with Xavier Worthy and A.D. Mitchell. All right. Xavier Worthy, he called 760 receiving yards, 9 touchdowns. A.D. Mitchell, he's a transfer. We all know. But last season he had 652 yards receiving and a touchdown. And they got Isaiah Neyor. Okay. Isaiah Neyor, he can be a great wide receiver too. Last season, 878 yards receiving and 12 touchdown receptions. So they got pieces, man. And they bringing back Jordan Whittingham or Jordan Whittington. So, hey, Texas won't be no slouch this season. I can guarantee you that. All right. On the defensive end, I think they need to shore up the back end of the defense. But at linebacker, they do got Jalen Ford coming back, who was a first-team All-Big 12 player last season. The dude had 119 tackles, 4 interceptions, 3 forced fumbles, and 10 tackles for loss. Let me repeat that: 119 tackles, 4 interceptions, 3 forced fumbles, and 10 tackles for loss. So that's who they bringing back at linebacker, and they bringing back edge rusher Baron Sorrell. Okay, so hey, they got some pieces coming back, and they got a senior defensive tackle coming back who's pretty good also. I forgot his name, so hey, it is what it is. But and the thing about it, daggone Texas, y'all might not believe it when I say it, but Texas, they could have easily went 12-0 last season. Easily went 12-0. They had 5 losses. All 5 losses was by 7 points or less. Alabama, they lost by 1 point. All right, yeah. Alabama, they lost by 1 point. They lost to Texas Tech by 3 points. Okay, then they lost to Oklahoma State by 7. They lost to TCU by 7. And they lost in the bowl game by 3. Okay, so all they losses, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. All they losses was by 7 points or less. 2 games by 7, 2 by 3, and a game by 1 point. Those games could have easily went the other way. So they could have been 12-0. That's all I know. So if they come back, matter of fact, let me mention that offensive line. They basically bringing the whole offensive line back because that offensive line was young last season. So they'll probably be more physical. They are definitely going to be more experienced up front on the offensive side of the ball. So hell, I'm looking for Texas to have a great season. And I think they can win 10 games this season. It'll surprise me if they don't, because they got too many pieces not to. Now, I don't think they're going to beat my Alabama Crimson Tide, but I think they're going to beat a lot of good teams. So that's just my opinion. And I don't think Steve Sarkisian will be on the hot seat this season unless they just straight up wet the bed, win 5 or 6 games. Okay, 7 or less. Then I'll say he'll be on the hot seat. But I think he could easily win more than 7 games. I feel like he can win 10 games. Okay? And Week after next, I'll be on a little vacation next week. Week after next, uh, I'm gonna start doing some daggone season predictions. Okay, and Texas just might be the first one. Because I think Texas is going to be pretty good. And I think Texas is going to beat a lot of good teams. Okay? And it wouldn't surprise me if Texas win the Big 12. It would not surprise me at all. But we'll see. But like I say, I think Texas is going to be dangerous this season. I think Steve Sarkisian and his job, he's just going to solidify it in 2023. Okay, so there it is. But anyway, how they say it, hook 'em horns or whatever they call it, whatever they do. But I'm going horns down, cause my Alabama gonna spank that butt in Bryant Denny. But y'all want to have a great season, Texas Longhorn fans. I believe in you. But that's all I got for y'all today. And if I got anything else, I'll come back. But anyway, y'all have a great weekend and roll damn tide.